Welcome to the deep dive. In this world just overflowing with information, wouldn't it be great to have a shortcut, like a way to really grasp what makes someone's professional journey, well, stand out?
Absolutely. It's hard to cut through the noise sometimes.
Exactly. And that's what we're doing today. We're taking a deep dive into the career of a software engineer, Stanley Masind. We've got his resume, a cover letter,
Yeah, some really interesting source material.
and our mission is to pull out the key insights, maybe find some surprising things about how his career developed, and really get into what it takes to build impactful tech, from the ground up.
Especially in challenging environments, which seems to be a theme.
Right. And that's where it gets really interesting, that from scratch idea. It seems like his whole approach is about building from basically nothing. Let's dig into that.
Okay, so what's really fascinating about Stanley Masind right from the start is this core identity. He's a self-taught software engineer, 7+ years experience.
Yeah.
But his focus isn't just general coding. It's specifically building scalable web apps and distributed systems from scratch.
From scratch, that phrase keeps coming up.
Yeah, and it's not just a detail, I think it defines his whole approach. It signals like this courage and strategic thinking to tackle projects where, well, nothing existed before.
Yeah.
Greenfield stuff.
So that background, being self-taught and focused on from scratch, how do you think that shapes the kinds of projects he chooses, or just how he solves problems generally?
Well, it definitely creates a certain mindset, doesn't it? You're not just tweaking something that's already there. You're literally drawing the blueprint, which makes his work at Producers Direct such a perfect example. He built their entire Farm Direct marketplace platform from zero to production.
Wow, zero.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. When he joined, the company had no tech infrastructure, none. He walked into a completely blank slate and basically built their digital backbone.
That's incredible. But it's one thing to build something. It's another for it to actually, make a difference. What was the impact?
Oh, the impact was huge, really tangible. This platform he built ended up serving over 10,000 active farmers.
10,000.
Active farmers, yeah, across Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Peru.
Wow.
And here's the kicker. They documented a 60% increase in smallholder farmer sales over just 18 months, directly because of this platform.
So 60%, that's not just a number, is it? That's real people, real livelihoods.
Exactly, real impact.
But that kind of growth, that scale,
Yeah.
that must bring huge engineering challenges, right? How do you take something that starts maybe lean and make it robust enough for that?
Absolutely. And he didn't just build it and walk away. He guided its architectural evolution.
Okay.
So it started as a Laravel monolith, which, it's a pretty smart choice for rapid prototyping. Get something out fast, prove the concept.
That makes sense.
But then, to handle that scale, that global reach we mentioned, it had to evolve. It became an event-driven microservices architecture.
Okay. Microservices.
Right. And this wasn't just complexity for complexity's sake. It was strategic. It went polyglot PHP, Node.js, even Rust.
Rust, too. Interesting.
Yeah. With autonomous services, independently deployable, each with its own database, its own API contract. That kind of flexibility is, essential for agility and reliability when you're that big.
Right. And what about performance? At that kind of scale, what are we talking about?
We're talking pretty impressive numbers, handling over 50,000 daily API calls.
50,000 daily.
With sub 200 millisecond response times, which is quick. And the reliability is key too. 99.5% uptime on this system. He even mentioned 99.9% on others he worked on.
Okay, 99.5, 99.9, that's solid.
All right.
Especially, like you said, considering the context, these emerging markets. Connectivity isn't always great, is it?
Exactly. That's a crucial point. You can't just build assuming perfect conditions. He implemented fault-tolerant systems. Absolutely vital where connectivity is unreliable.
So how did he do that? What kind of specific thing?
Well, it wasn't just about high-level design. It included deep technical optimization, like database optimization. He got a 75% reduction in query processing time.
75%? Wow.
Through strategic database partitioning. From an engineering standpoint, cutting query time by 3/4. That's massive. It shows he wasn't just building, he was optimizing for really demanding conditions.
Yeah, that 75% figure really jumps out. It speaks volumes about his technical leadership, not just his coding skills. What else did that leadership involve there?
Well, connecting this to the bigger picture, his leadership was foundational. He wasn't just another developer on a team. He established all the development practices from scratch, again.
All of them.
Yep. Leading technical hiring, defining what skills they needed, actually doing the technical interviews. And he ended up managing a team of 5 engineers, back-end, front-end, DevOps. That's a big leap, right? From building solo to leading a team.
Definitely. And clearly that leadership stretched across borders, too. You mentioned 4 countries. What specific integrations were really key for reaching users everywhere?
His grasp of multi-region operations is clear. Like the USSD gateway, he built Node.js and Express.
Yeah, USSD. Okay, for feature phones, right?
Exactly. Crucial in many markets for reaching users without smartphones or constant data. Bypasses the need for complex apps. And he also integrated the WhatsApp Business API.
Oh, WhatsApp. Makes sense.
Yeah. These weren't just nice-to-haves. They were critical for multi-channel engagement across Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Peru, meeting users where they actually are.
So Producers Direct was obviously this huge, impactful project, but his profile shows more than just that one big success, right? What else stands out when you look at his overall technical toolkit?
Oh yeah, the breadth and depth are really evident. He's genuinely full stack. Backend, Laravel, Node.js, Express, and he's even digging into Axum with Rust.
Okay, so keeping up with newer tech, too.
Definitely. Then front-end, Vue.js, Nuxt.js, Tailwind CSS, databases, MySQL, Redis, PostgreSQL, and cloud stuff, lots of AWS, ECS, RDS, S3, SQS, CloudWatch, Docker, of course. It's a really comprehensive set of skills. Shows versatility.
That versatility comes through in the personal projects, too, doesn't it? Like Linky, what's the story there? It's more than just a URL tool.
Yeah, Linky isn't your average URL shortener or expander. It's a privacy-focused progressive web app. .uapaviscars.
PWA.
Privacy-focused how?
Well, it's got a Vue.js TypeScript front-end, Rust Axum back-end. But the key is the design. It actively removes client-side trackers, and it doesn't store or track user data itself.
Interesting.
Plus, full offline functionality using service workers. And it securely handles redirects from short domains like bit.ly, u2.b, t.co. This project, especially the Rust backend, really shows him pushing into, lower-level systems programming, understanding the nuts and bolts.
Right, moving beyond just frameworks. And he didn't just stick to web platforms. There was that Mr. Insurance WhatsApp bot. What was the approach there? Sounded quite pragmatic.
Yeah, very pragmatic. With the Mr. Insurance bot, he built a full-stack conversational insurance platform. But what's smart is his choice of a monolithic Nuxt.js framework.
Monolithic, why? Because the client didn't have a dedicated tech team. So, simpler deployment, easier maintenance for them. It shows he's thinking about the client's reality.
That makes sense.
And he built a custom state machine for handling complex chats via Meta webhooks, added a back office for management, integrated payments, M-Pesa, cards, a complete, robust solution tailored to the situation.
So beyond the code, beyond the projects, it seems like he's really invested in the wider tech world, too.
Yeah.
Community, mentorship.
Oh, massively. That's a huge piece of his profile. He founded and leads Open Source 254.
Open Source 254. Okay. What is that exactly?
It's a structured open source community run almost like a real company.
Yeah.
For those of us in established tech firms, it's easy to forget how hard it is to get that first real team experience.
Right, that initial teamwork hurdle.
Exactly. And Open Source 2554 provides exactly that essential first team development experience for lots of aspiring developers in the region. He coordinated work across 30-plus repositories, even led tech initiatives during COVID-19 in Kenya. It's vital work.
That's fantastic. And that community leadership feeds into direct mentorship, too.
It does. He was a technical mentor for the Andela learning community. Planned meetups, did code reviews, helped people solve problems. It's clear he really cares about bringing up the next wave of engineers, not just through projects, but through, direct guidance.
And he's sharing his knowledge on stage as well, conference speaker.
Yeah, definitely a thought leader.
Yeah.
His talks show that technical range again. At DevFest Nairobi, he talked about WebAssembly, beyond the basics. Rust compilation, WSM optimization, pretty advanced stuff.
Definitely beyond basics.
Right. Then at the Nairobi API Festival, ship fast with code generation using open API generators for productivity. And GDG Kenya DevFest, offline first in web, PWAs, UX. It's a solid range, always exploring and sharing cutting-edge ideas.
And that sharing extends to writing, too. His Medium articles sound quite substantial.
Oh, they're not just casual blog posts, no. They are deep dives.
Right.
Let us talk about bitwise operations. That's fundamental computer science.
Bitwise ups. Okay, getting low level.
Seriously, low level. How computers handle data at the bit level for efficiency. Covers memory, hardware-level programming with Rust examples, real-world uses. It's the kind of stuff that underpins high-performance systems, shows a real dedication to mastering the fundamentals.
And the other one mentioned SSH deployment with GitHub Actions. Sounds like a practical guide.
Exactly, a comprehensive technical guide,
Right.
solving real-world CI/CD security problems, SSH keys, automated workflows. Super valuable for other devs facing those same headaches.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what does Stanley's profile really tell us? What are the key takeaways?
Well, a clear theme is just pragmatic engineering. You see it in his emphasis on good logging and monitoring Sentry, CloudWatch, proper CI/CD pipelines, code review standards that, crucially, balance speed with quality.
That balance is always tricky, isn't it?
It really is. But his experience from startup constraints to scaling challenges gives him that perspective, knowing when to optimize like crazy and when, you just need to ship it. Building for resilience and maintainability, not just features.
And that pragmatism seems tied to his self-directed learning, right? Being self-taught isn't just trivia. It fuels his drive to explore Rust, systems programming. He's constantly pushing himself.
Absolutely. He's not just coasting on what he knows. He's actively deepening his expertise, tackling new complex
So
areas.
it's really this powerful mix we're seeing.
Yeah, it's a blend. Full stack skills, sure, but also deep expertise in distributed systems, real technical leadership, and layered on top of all that, this deep commitment to building the community and sharing knowledge.
Right.
You see someone who can build, lead, and teach and inspire, and consistently deliver impact where it really counts.
So we've journeyed through this really remarkable profile, seeing how one engineer built, led, innovated from scratch at scale across continents.
Yeah.
If we step back and look at the bigger picture, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
What can we all learn from a career that balances that deep technical skill with such significant real world impact and community work? How might this kind of blend the hands on building, the leadership, the community focus? How might that shape what tech roles look like in the future? Especially, for people who want to do more than just write code.